Okay, here's a must-have. I've been out shooting all day, believe it or not. First I did some website photos for a small business, and then I went walking around in the park, adjacent to the graveyard, and then the graveyard. Must-have little accessory for your Fuji X-T2. Why won't this work on the X-T1? Well, I certainly know more about this than anybody out there. Oh, that sounds arrogant, but I do. On infrared, I do. On the X-T2. Will not work on the X-T1. Why not? Well, it will with a 35mm f1.4, which is fast enough to use an infrared filter with. However, not with either the 35mm f2 or the 23mm f2 on the X-T1. Why not? It's not sensitive enough. Not sensitive enough for infrared. The X-T2 is existentially and undeniably more sensitive in the infrared than the Fuji X-T1 is, just undeniably so. There's no way I could walk around and just do regular photography at a decent shutter speed in any ISO with the X-T1 and the 35mm f2. It's not possible because the aperture is not fast enough. These are some shots I took today. They're rather boring. I'll put a link below to a few of these shots. Yeah, they're kind of bland, but these are straight out of camera. I left them unedited. The only thing I did was I turned on my film simulation to black and white, to monochrome. Not to acros, because acros makes things look too grainy using an infrared filter, so I did not use acros. I used monochrome, and I used a subset red, which gives better contrast and punch. Whichever one you choose is perfectly fine, but I used the red subset. Now this little filter is $37, but what you will need is you also need a step-up ring, because this is all infrared. This is straight out of camera. It's no more difficult than like turning on your film simulation, going to monochrome, hitting it, screwing this on, and just walking around taking pictures like an idiot. Half of these pictures are like ISO 3200. You know, it was a bright sunny day. However, this was later in the day that I got around to doing the black and white infrared photography. So I've actually could have done it at even lower ISOs than 3200. But anyway, half these ISO 3200, some 6400. This little filter is a Hoya. It's an R72 filter. It's made in Japan. It's extremely high quality. The 72 stands for 720 nanometers. They call the filter an R72. Now, this is for the 23mm f2 Fuji lens. This is that lens. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely just a photographic orgasm today, messing with this. I finally got this in. I knew that infrared would work on the 23 using a larger filter, but I ordered one in the appropriate size. Now, I know that the front element of the 23mm is 43mm, so I had to buy a $3 step-up ring from 43mm to 46mm. Because that is the smallest filter size that this Hoya filter is available in. So you just screw these two together, and then you screw that onto the end of it. Now this filter is just pitch black. You can go outside on a bright sunny day, point this up at the sun and look at the sun for about a second. It's like, I can barely make out the sun. That's how dark this damn filter is. Really, really, really damn dark. When you're in a bright sunny day when you can barely see the sun through it, that's some serious dark. Anyway, this is just a bucket of tits, happier than a worm in a pile of poo, happier than a pervert in a porn shop. These are straight out of camera. I thought this was really funny. I found a gravesite named Young, so I entitled this photo, "Alas, he died so young. Alas, he died young." Get it? He died young. His name is Young. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, do video with this, as I showed you earlier today, which was just a handheld shot. Obviously, I could have stuck it on a tripod, but I didn't have a tripod with me. I didn't need a damn tripod. I didn't think I'd make a video sample, but here it is with the step-up ring, 43 to 46mm. It's a Hoya R72. This filter is $37. The step-up ring is $3, so it's a total of $40. All you have to do is screw it on the end of your 23mm, which is ideal because this infrared filter is perfect for anything outdoors. Not perfect. Obviously, it's worthless for anything indoors. Worthless for portrait photography. However, you could do some freaky stuff with portrait photography outdoors with this. Ironically enough, I've seen some people pull it off really well. Yeah, landscape and cityscape especially. The infrared in downtown, when you go downtown, is rather quite amazing. You know, talk about spicing up your black and white photography. Everybody should actually have one of these. I'm sorry to say, it's like, well, no, I mean, I don't need that. I can't see myself using infrared photography. What if I told you that you could turn your X-T2 into a totally different camera, basically, simply by spending $40? You're seeing into a different spectrum of light. You know, while your camera is certainly capable of that, you could like tear it apart and rip off the infrared pass filter. Then it would be totally useless for visible photography. You know? It'd be pretty damn useless unless you always screwed a filter on the end of each and every lens, which would be a real pain in the butt. But you know, $40 gets you a lot. So I think I actually, as much as I am a fan of infrared photography and how much fun it is, I really believe that if anybody bought this, they would be have a lot of fun. I mean, it's just beautiful. You stick this in the monochrome, especially where you get a really contrasty yet sharp image, and this is with the red subset of monochrome. You get a red, a green, and a yellow choice in monochrome, or just straight out monochrome. This is rather beautiful. The way it makes, and foliage reflects differently. People think, well, you know, green leaf is a green leaf is a green leaf. No, girlfriend. In infrared, if you got like a lot of different types of foliage, they will look radically different in infrared. So that's also fun. Like if you go to a garden or some sort of place that has a lot of different foliage. Something that's really neat is actually like shoot a grape vineyard in infrared. Grapevines look rather magical. I don't have a sample pulled up right now, but something like this could pay for itself very, very easily. People love specialty stuff that they never see before. It's like when people ask to have shots done of their business, when you take an infrared shot, I mean, can you pull this off in Photoshop? No. I mean, you could if you sat there for a very, 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 very damn long time, or you could just screw on an infrared filter and get the same effect. Still, there's no way you could do this in Photoshop. You really could not. Take some business shots. Recently, I've even seen several popular commercials on national TV that were filmed in infrared, and they're very stark, and they're very beautiful, and they're very ethereal, and they kind of stop you when you see it because, you know, we're seeing into a spectrum that, you know, only bugs and some other creatures are seeing into. And, you know, it turns your camera into a different camera. And it gives you a whole new arena of photography that you can't do without this little cheap-ass filter. Is that kind of expensive? $37? Nah, not really, considering what it lets you do. So I consider this a must-buy. Disagree with me as you wish, but I do consider it a must-buy. Because it's just a bucket of tits. It's a tons of fun, you know. It really is. I mean, most of you that have never done infrared photography don't realize something. Infrared photography with all other cameras, you know, it's like sit it on the tripod and, you know, focus in and manually screw on the filter, take a shot, take a look at the back, and, you know. No, to hell with that nonsense. You don't get it. People that don't do infrared photography don't get it. They think you could do this with any camera. You can't. You know, set up a tripod. No! I mean, just screw this damn filter on the end of your 23mm. Walk around and take snapshots like you normally would. You could look through the viewfinder as you normally would. Click, 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 click. You know, amazing. See, that is one of the really most of you don't get that because most of you don't do infrared photography. And you could do this for video too. I mean, just look at. You don't understand how dark this filter is. This filter is really, really. I mean, it's pitch black basically. The fact that I could walk around at decent shutter speeds at a relatively low ISO of 3200 and just do snap, 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 snap. You can't do that with other cameras. I got no Nikon that can do that. I can't do that with any of my Nikons. I can't. Can't do it. It can't be done. This is the one serious advantage of mirrorless. Most people don't give a damn about infrareds, like, well, I don't care. Well, this is a serious advantage of mirrorless. Focus peaking, serious advantage. And infrared photography, serious. You can't do this with a DSLR. If it's got a flappy mirror in there, Canon, Nikon, you can't walk around and go click, 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 click. You can't do it. Additionally you can't do this with the X-T1 because it's not sensitive enough with an f2 lens, like the 23mm f2. However, yay! X-T2 is really infrared sensitive. Damn fact. I do a lot of, I love messing with infrared photography. I still got 2 X-T1s. And I got 2 X-T2s. Can't do it with the X-T1. I can with the X-T1 with the 35mm 1.4 at 1.4. But that lens, the field of view is not wide enough. The 23 is wide enough. But at f2, yeah. Yes, 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 yes. So get it. You're not going to be unhappy. There's no way in hell, there's not a snowflake's chance in hell that would be unhappy buying this filter. Remember, you got to get the step-up ring, 43 to 46 millimeters, okay? Total is going to cost you $40, not including shipping. And that's it. Screw it on there, turn on monochrome, start snapping. Click, 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 click. Feel me, sister? You feel me, girlfriend? Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye.